Bible. It's incredible.
Right.
Right.
I agree. Prophetic vision. I hope you can still hear us. I know a lot of people in the room are interested in hearing your vision. And are you able to share that with us right now?
Hello, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you right now.
I have a fire drill in my building, so I have to go.
Oh, okay. I hear it. Yep. Go take care of that.
Yeah, there's a fire drill, so I'll be back.
All right. Now the young man is in school in college, so I guess they're having a fire drill. Whoa, the enemy is sure trying to mess with us tonight, Doug. You think?
Yeah, yeah. Well, at least Yahweh prevails here, and
Always
got my
prevails.
computer up and running.
Right. Every time we try to do the Lord's work for the kingdom, it's kind of fun, I think, to tick off Satan a little bit here, get him angry.
Yes.
Now we presented quite a lot on President Obama, pros and cons for the Antichrist. What is your honest opinion, Doug? And maybe we can get Video Man up here, Chris up here with us as well. But first on Prince Hussein of Jordan, I really don't think. I think he's too old. I don't know about his bloodline. I think it does go back. And is he an Assyrian? I don't know. I just don't. A lot of people are looking at him as the Antichrist, but I just don't see that. I'm not sure about him.
Well, Pastor Dave, we're not going to be here.
I know. That's what I'm going to get at the close of tonight's show. That's going to be my closing. But
Yeah, we get to watch this from the giant big screen in heaven.
the balcony. I don't know. Maybe it will be a big screen up there. We'll all be up there and have a big screen TV.
Yeah, it'll be a five-dimensional, 100-mile long, life-size big screen.
Right. But I don't know if we're going to talk about that in a moment. Even should be looking for who the Antichrist is. But Video Man, I don't know if he's still in the room. He's got some pretty good insight on Prince William. And go ahead.
There is a tremendous amount of information about Prince William, and once again, look at Barack Obama. You've got all these people over here following. Oh, he's the Antichrist.
Right.
And Prince Charles is the Antichrist, and Prince William, and Hussein, and Maitreya. Just the list goes on and on and on. I mean,
right.
Really, when the Antichrist comes on the scene, and if we were here, we'd know it. Okay?
Right.
The restrainer is removed and a lawlessman is revealed. And I personally, I just think that there's a lot of deceptions. Satan is capable of doing those. He's got a history of it. And really, that's about my take on it. Now, as far as the RFID chip, I mean, in fact, I watched a video today. They're chipping children's name badges and forcing them to use that 24/7. They go
right.
to school. They got to have that, and they got to have it in order to buy. And that means
there you go then.
And do anything. And that's just another thing they're promoting. It's another thing they're promoting, getting the world prepped for the takeover and the forced mark system. Now, is it going to be an RFID chip? I don't know. But you know something? After the rapture does happen, and the Christians that were not awake and did not make it, when they wake up, and if they have to take that chip, they won't. They'll die first.
Right.
So even if it's not the right 666 chip. Now, the other strange thing is Roger Lear. He's got some amazing information on these chips that were DNA changers. These things are not from this world.
That's what I'm talking about, the DNA part of it.
this is my thought. And if a person has an RFID, you think about it. They chemical spray. There are things out there called nanobat technology.
Exactly.
The size of a cell. And if you know what the size of a cell is, you can probably imagine what they can do with these things. Now, if they did happen to spray these things out here, and you did have an RFID chip is basically a transmitter, and a nanobot is also a transmitter, but it can only transmit short range. So you've got
right.
this chip possibility that if you did take it, you can talk to a nanobot and feed it information, and that information is being fed from someplace outside your city or your nation or from wherever via the wireless internet system. And when you take a look around the world and you start investigating in fact, I've got one right down the street from me, not more than a quarter mile. It looks like a big palm tree.
Right.
It's not. It's a tower. And is the tower being used for cell phones? No. I get one bar on my cell phone, and nobody else out here gets any better. There's nobody out in my area. I have to hook up a box to my computer in order to get my cell phone to work. So,
right. Interesting.
Anyway, we are being programmed. It will be a wireless system, and it will have something to, in my opinion, something to do with nanobot technology,
And
something to do with DNA changer.
and I agree with you with the DNA changer. I'm with you there 100%. I think.
Okay, let's go on about this DNA thing.
Okay.
First of all, if you take the mark of the beast, okay, you're condemned not only to 1,000 years in the pit, but you are automatically condemned to the lake of fire. Okay? Oh, gosh, that seems like a steep penalty. But you know something? When that person takes that mark, what are they doing? If it's a DNA changer, and if you follow the Galactic Federation of Light, you become definitely enlightened in what kind of deception they're pulling.
Real quick, Doug, because a lot of people might not know who the Galactic Federation of Light is that you're speaking of. I know exactly what you're talking about, but maybe just touch on that just for a moment so they know who is this Galactic Federation of Light that we hear about.
The Galactic Federation of Light is a group of aliens. They call themselves aliens. They're not aliens. They're demonic beings. In my opinion, it's not time for the fallen angels. However, that doesn't mean that they're not out there causing havoc. Okay.
Right.
But as far as the fallen angels fallen, they're not going to fall until Revelation 7.
Right.
And that's when the stars fall from the heavens. And when you do a parallel search on that and you find out first of all, anytime a star is mentioned in Revelation, it's a fallen angel, or it's an angel, not necessarily a fallen angel, but it's an angel. And these stars fall from heaven like premature figs. And when you do parallel searches, you find out that those are the fallen angels that fall at mid-trib, right there at that 144,000 marking. So,
right.
Anyway, the Galactic Federation of Light, all you'll have to do is start listening to their rhetoric and then turn it upside down, okay? Because they take things and they twist them and they turn things upside down and inside out. Basically, they follow, I'm telling you, there's just, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of people that follow them. And these are called channelers. What they do is they go into a third eye spiritual meditation. And in that meditation, they invite demons into their body to communicate with them.
Right.
And then they start channeling these messages about, this Galactic Federation of Light is in control, and they're going to come on and they're going to save humanity, and they're going to repair our Earth, and yada, yada, yada. They're also saying that the Earth is going to be going through some heavy transformation of earthquakes and yada, 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 in preparation for the Earth to ascend to the fourth and fifth dimension. In other words, to the fourth dimension, and then some of their specific disciples they will ascend into the fifth dimension,
Right.
which is actually opposite of what's going to happen. The earth, and you really need to follow the Bible on this. The earth is going to be fully destroyed.
Oh yeah.
You know, every prophet has said it. Yeshua said it. He says, you know, the earth may, you know, the heavens and the earth will pass away, but
Right.
my word will never pass away.
Right.
Do you think that that's him talking about the end of the millennium? No. He's talking in context to when he comes back. And if you go further into, you know, the Book of Enoch is not for everyone, but the Book of Enoch does say that the entire earth is going to fall into the abyss,
Right.
the entire crust of the earth, at the beginning of the millennium. Now, if you think about it, Yeshua is not going to come on and be the reigner over the earth, or on the earth, how some people believe. He's not going to reign on the earth with the earth filled with, you know, all kinds of demonic things and demonic structures. And,
Right.
and, you know, that doesn't make sense. Anyway, it's a perspective. I personally believe that people should look at that, at least if it's in the back of their mind, and they're in Revelation, and they're reading Revelation, they'll go, wait a minute, light bulb clicks on.
Right.
And so, anyway, I suggest those that are strong believers, you know, go out and check out the Galactic Federation of Light. Be careful,
Right.
you know, they're tricky.
Yeah. Don't get caught up in it. You know, don't follow them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, don't tell, you know, your kid's sister or your mom or somebody
Right.
who doesn't really follow.
Don't be like Oprah Winfrey.
To go to that website.
That's one arc, Doug. Don't get into that arc. Don't get aboard that arc. Real quick, Doug. We're gonna go to Chris Video Man DVD real quick, but I want to ask you. September 16th, 17th, Rosh Hashanah. Are we going home? What's your opinion?
You know,
No man
we're
knows.
talking about, you know, the Feast of Trumpets, and we're talking about actually, you know, the 7 different feast periods. But the Feast of Trumpets, yeah, it's a huge possibility. But don't, you know, if it comes and goes, you know, don't, you know, oh gosh, you know, what happened?
Right.
You know, gotta wait for a whole another year. You know, there are some very, very strong considerations for the barley bride, and it really has some strong implications to rapture. Even barley, you know, where you know, wheat is threshed, barley is flowing up in the air, kind of like being caught up in the air to
Right.
de-seed the product. And anyway, there's a whole lot more to that, and Ruth talks about a lot. Song of Solomon's is a good one, and you know, there's a lot of stuff in Proverbs and Psalms, and I would just, you know, keep an open mind. You know, just because it's kind of like, you know, so many people out there are programmed to believe a certain thing that they automatically believe it. It's kind of like the thief in the night. You know, when I did a series with PD on that one there, you know, all these pastors out there and are out there saying, oh, yeah, the thief in the night, they're going to come and take me away and take me to heaven at the
Right.
tribulation rapture, which it has nothing to do. It's at the opposite end of the spectrum. The thief in the night comes at the end of tribulation, and the thief is actually angels to take those that are not worthy down to the abyss. So,
Right.
you know, what I'm saying is keep an open mind. Keep an open mind about everything. You know, don't discount stuff just because you don't quite click with it. Just keep an open mind. Keep it in the back of your mind, and then when you're looking through some stuff, you know, come up with your own conclusion. Let Yahweh help you with that.
Right. Amen. All right, Chris, Video Man DVD, are you with us?